It was a really good week spending time at a cottage up north in the Muskokas in northern Ontario with my family. Today we went to this really beautiful farmers market in the town of Dorset. There were so many different vendors selling fruits and vegetables and other homemade goods. There were also lots of beautiful plants to look at, as well as some live music and food trucks. We ended up stopping and getting lunch at one of the food trucks. I got a buffalo chicken sandwich and it was really, really tasty. And then we headed over to a beach in Dwight. It's called Dwight Beach. And we just spent some time there relaxing and swimming. The cottage we rented was right on Lake of Bays, and it is just such a beautiful area. We found some really good areas for fishing, and me and my husband took every opportunity to go fishing each night. We ended up catching a lot of bass, but bass are nice fish to catch because they don't have sharp teeth, and so it was fairly easy for us to take them off the hook, unless they swallowed them, which of course did happen a few times. There's not going to be any sound in this. There's not going to be sound. There's something really enjoyable about sitting around the table with your entire family, just enjoying a homemade meal together. This doesn't happen as often anymore as my family all lives apart from each other now. We're all grown up and mostly moved out of our parents' house, so we don't get to come together often to have meals like this. And so the cottage is just a really nice time to enjoy that. After supper, we decided to make some homemade oatmeal chocolate chip muffins. Muffins at the cottage is just a staple for us. They're a super yummy breakfast or snack, and they're just really comforting.
Enough oats, or do you need more? Do I need more? Bake time less than
20 to 25.
25 minutes. What should I set it to?
The next morning, we went on a little walk into town. The driveway is super long, and so it just becomes a nice little exercise for us to walk into the very small town of Dorset.
Except it's a nickel, so it's bigger. I always wanted the little one. And then this one is like,
Yeah, people are crazy in that parking lot.
Samantha from the future, listen to me. Don't go back in time. You don't need to.
We walked down this one street with a cute little church and a pottery studio and ended up on a different road which had this super delicious pizza place called Pizza on Earth. And attached to this pizza place is an art gallery as well as a little bakery and cafe. We looked at some of the beautiful paintings that were created by the owner of this pizza place, and we ended up having a little sandwich at her bakery. We then looked at their beautiful garden, which consisted of different herbs and flowers, before we decided to try the pizzas as well. They were definitely some of the best pizzas I've ever tried. They are stone baked, and you can actually watch them making them in their giant wood fired ovens.
Are you able to watch that? This beautiful cloud. There's also an art gallery, which I thought was real.
Yeah.
This particular time we went fishing, we were greeted by this huge group of Canadian geese with their babies. I believe there were some ducks as well, but it was just really beautiful to see, and there was just a gorgeous sunset this evening as well. Mike ended up catching a huge bass, and we weren't even really sure it was a fish or not at first because it was so heavy. And then when we pulled it out of the water, it was covered in seaweed, but it was definitely one of the best catches of the entire week. We did end up releasing the fish back into the water, but we could have eaten it if we wanted to.
Holy.
What is it? Is it a fish?
It was. It just.
Oh. What on earth? That's a big boy. That's a really big boy. Why is he covered in...
Oh, wow.
This video just showed small snippets of our entire week, but I hope you enjoyed it and that I gave you a small taste of what it's like to visit a cottage in the Muskokas. Thank you for being here, and see you all in the next one.